driven from their homes by armed invaders, a few hardy refugees faced the prospect of starting again. They would found a new village deep in the countryside. With a new settlement established, the first priority was locating a reliable food source. The simplest source was gathering from nature. With a healthy supply of food, the village could start to grow. To do so, it would need more hands to share the work.
Waiter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The new workforce could now turn to the growing village's needs. First, they would build a mill near their food source, so villagers could drop off gathered berries more easily. Next, the growing village would need wood to build with.
It's a wheeler. Yes, sir. Wood'll. Waiter. Yeah.
The growing community now had a steady supply of lumber. To make wood collection easier, villagers could erect a lumber camp near the forest.
Dog, huh?
Thanks to the camp, villagers no longer needed to travel as far to drop off lumber. The village now required additional houses to support its growing population.
Yeah, working day. Yeah. I'm a waiter. Yellow. Got red day. Waiter.
With additional housing in place, even more villagers could join the workforce. But a populous village would soon exhaust the natural food sources. To grow, the community needed dedicated farms.
Yeah.
Huh?
Sit around that. Working day. Huh? Well, cat.
Huh? Quetta? Yeah. Worker.
Woodsmen and farmers now kept the village well supplied. Further growth required knowing the countryside and finding more resources. For that, communities employed scouts.
Pointer.
Yaru. Kuklich.
Able to move quickly and see great distances, scouts were key to discovering new resources. The most important thing for a scout to locate was a ready source of gold.
Gongende. Workende. Yeah. Adrat. Yeah. Steady each. There can.
To prevent having to haul ore large distances, expanding communities would establish a mining camp near the source of gold.
Pointer. Yaru. Ichawela. Where can?
Yeah.
Gongende. Working. Yeah. Working. Yeah. Working.
Yeah.
Yaru.
Workende.
Done.
Air the worker. Quetta.
A well-placed camp ensured efficient gold mining.
Yaru. Huh? Quetta. Yaru. Around Workende.
With a good supply of gold, the village was becoming a large town.
Yeah.
The signpost of this growth would be the construction of a large landmark.
Where can?
Yeah.
Pointer. Firalda. Where can?
Huh? Gonganda.
Huh? Yeah. Yeah, what you said. On the spot.
What's Ferende new?
And you work, eh?
With the landmark in place, the once sleepy village announced itself as a thriving feudal township. The townsfolk had been driven from their homes before, however. This time, they would defend themselves.
There and on.
The first step would be constructing a barracks for infantry.
Yes, sir. Understood. Each brookie that. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Of each a gap. It will do hit. Each timber thing. Yaru to work. Cheerless. Your way on your Sammy Endy. What's their fate for Endy new? That's Shule Bayo Timbran.
Once it had a barracks, the town could establish a standing force of soldiers. Simple infantrymen armed with spears were a common choice for these militias.
And you work, oh,
God, we
each a
got.
ga. And you work. You end day off. Each you say,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Each timber fail.
Your way.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
West
sir.
Duhala. Each brook. Each a
Your
ga.
way.
Heading off.
God.
Each a ga. Each a willa Hugh would do. Each brook.
Your way, ga.
And you work, for Renday new.
Yes, sir.
Gongende new. Renday new. That Shule Bayo
The town now had a militia and could look to reclaim the lands lost to invasion.
God, we got Aknawa.
The invaders had blocked the road north with a stout palisade. Although spears were of little use against these walls, the militia could burn down the obstacle with torches.
God, we got. Each way.
With the road open, the militia could now reclaim their lands in the north.
Mid-May. Garu Upa. Garu.
First, the spearmen had to deal with a lone sentry.
Yes, sir.
Advancing aggressively, the militia eliminated the enemy sentry. The invaders had a small cavalry camp guarding the road, but the militia was ready to attack. Spears were highly effective against cavalry, allowing the militia to win the day. All that remained was to destroy the invaders' stables. The invaders' cavalry post was destroyed, but other enemy positions awaited further up the road. Hostile archers defended the next camp, which would put spearmen at a disadvantage. The township needed cavalry of its own to deal with this, and so would need to build stables. To deploy that cavalry quickly, the town needed to build their stables near the front lines. Fortunately, friendly villagers came out of hiding and joined the effort. With stables in place, the town could field horsemen of its own.
Eoredas, Hellsborough, then Icha Folie. Yaru for work. Eored Yaru. Beon.
Questo hala, Icha Wanya work, Veradon. Icha Bruke that. What the fete?
Yaru. Yedita Upa. Yer Astira, Garwigan. Garu, Ferath. It's there to faster new.
The town now had a rapid light cavalry, skilled at harassing slower targets, such as archers.
Yeah, Ritanu.
The cavalry eliminated the enemy archers and moved on to destroying the archery range itself. The invaders' archers and their camp were destroyed. A final enemy emplacement remained, one fortified with palisades and defended by spearmen. To deal with this target, the town would need longbowmen. First, they needed to build archery ranges in the area regained from the invaders. Once more, friendly villagers arrived to help.
That's Shola Bale Temple. Sherlas, Ferrethport. There you were.
You need to come on!
Yarway, Yoala. That's Shola Sherlas. Yarway on Yosemite.
On Ichiera.
Estes comes on up. Yes, sir. Understood.
With several archery ranges in place, the town could add longbowmen to its forces.
What's their faith, eh? Egypt blue that. Flamboga and odd.
Strabogongath on way. Strail boy, Yaru. Strail Buse.
Yarway, ik wil het doen, Heat. Ongeveer, wat? Eat your word.
Straboga. Strail Buse, Yaru.
Heras, eat your will.
Yes, sir. Where's the house?
Yeah.
Herat Neotlich.
There you were.
Strail Buse. Flamboga, Yaru.
Yaru to work.
What are
Strail Buse. Poliente Case.
A strong force of archers could eliminate enemy spearmen at a distance,
Good flincher.
so long as they took the proper position.
Yes.
Beodet me. Yeah.
Heras, cometh honor. Letteth Uskan. Ichiera. Listan Ichafoli. A stigeth on way.
Strelbor Yerwa Equilla. Yerwiath. Strelbor Styria. Strelbor. Abuga Streldiga hit. Strelboren Bereth. Yes, sir.
Poised on a cliff top, the longbowmen would be protected from an infantry charge.
Strelboren. Strelboren Yerwa.
Look at movement.
Let it was gone.
Wardia.
Pakiet Yerwa. Leon. Feras Wigan. Heragon Gerde. Eki on Gagende.
The last of the invaders fell to the resurgent homegrown population. Now that their lands were free of enemies, the town could take the next step in its growth and become a powerful medieval city. Here, too, the erection of a great landmark would be the signpost of this growth.
Estes commander, yeah, Ichuela. Eat your worker.
Unter Trotu!
And Celia built
Where a few lowly refugees had founded a small village, now rose a mighty city. From there would grow an empire.